So in today's problem, we have it's called flatten a multi-level doubly linked list. So multi-level doubly linked list, what is it? So if you think about a doubly linked list, what it has, it has a node which will have some value, and then there will be a next pointer which will be pointing to the next node, and then there will be a previous pointer which will be pointing to the previous node. So if this is the first node itself, then previous node will point to null in a normal doubly linked list, but this is kind of multi-level linked list, doubly linked list. So what we have here is there is one more field, child, which can point to another node, and that child will actually create a new level. So for example, 3 is pointing to 7 through this child pointer. So it is actually similar to doubly linked list. So each level is doubly linked list here, and then they are connected with this child pointer. So what we have to do here is we have to flatten it. So there can be multiple ways to flatten it, but here what they are doing is, so first you basically, so the order we will see, because it is the way we have to solve it. So so you can see the solution is given here. So it is actually, first we have 1, then we have 2, then actually at 3 we have 2 directions to go. First is 4 and then there is 7. So it says that we go to 7 and then 8 and then 11, 12, then 9, 10, and then we will come back to 4, 5, 6. So in that way we have to flatten it. So we will see how we can solve this problem today. So before that, one disclaimer is, so if this question is asked in an interview, it can be asked in a way that you should do it in place. So what does in place means? So for example, I'll explain you with taking a linked list as example. So suppose you have some linked list which is looking something like, you have 3, then you have 4, then you have 1, maybe you have 5, then 2. So suppose you have to reverse this linked list, right? So what you can do is you can just break down the linked list into individual nodes into an array. Alright, so basically you break down the linked list into an array of nodes, and then you sort this list using some custom comparator based on the node value, then reverse or sort. So we were talking about reversing or sorting, so whatever. So suppose the problem was to reverse this linked list. Now you can very easily reverse this array. So it will look something like this: 2, 5, 1, 4, 3, and from these nodes you can again create a list which will actually be 2, 5, so on. So it will actually so you just have to create new pointers now, which will be the next pointer you will have to populate. Then so basically you have converted the problem from linked list to array problem. So you're basically breaking down the list into an array of nodes, and you're solving that array and reconstructing the list. But what might be asked can be that manipulate the pointers with these nodes, so that somehow you don't have to use some extra data structure to hold all of the nodes, right? So in place you might have to solve this question. So just a disclaimer that I will not be solving this problem in place, but in the end I will talk about how we can go about solving this problem in place. But if you want to practice solving some question which requires in place, like so you can look at this question which is on LeetCode. It's 114th, which is called flatten binary tree to linked list. So it is asking that we have to solve it in place, right? So so you can just, if you want to see how to solve it in place, I will not code it, but I might talk about how to do it in place during the end of the video. So it is just implementation. There is nothing tricky there, but there are implementation details. But I think this is easier to implement, so I will implement it this way. So basically what I will do is somehow break my so basically this is our ultimate state, so which is basically I want to get an array. So because we have a flat structure in the end, I will try to get an array which will hold my nodes in the order which is required in the answer. So basically if I'm solving my problem for this test case, or let's say this test case, my answer array will actually look exactly like this, and while returning it as a doubly linked list, I will just create the pointers after creating that array. Right, so that is what we want to talk about, like basically how to create that array. So now we know that we have to create that array, so let's think about how we can create that array. So if I'm starting from 1, it's easy to see that I just add 1. That is okay. Then if I go to 2, then I add 2 to that array, so that is also okay. But the thing is that when we go to 3, now we have 2 directions to go. One is 4 and then one is 7. So according to the question, I have to go to 7. Okay, that is okay. But then all right, so we will do that. So but the observation here is that basically if you see this smaller structure, it is exactly like the bigger structure, but with one less level. So we can think about a recursive solution here, which is basically if I somehow able to solve this smaller solution, can I smaller data structure, can I somehow flatten the above data structure? So the hint can be easily found using this solution which is given, which is what will be the solution for this thing. The solution will be 7, 8, 11, 12, 9 and 10. So if somehow I am able to get that array, which is basically 7, 8, 11, 12, 9 and 10, I just need to append it after 3 and I just need to continue with 4, 5 and 6. I don't need to worry about the pointers right now, as I said, because I'm just adding nodes to the array. So if somehow I am able to get this order, then after getting that order, I can create the links myself. Right, so that is the approach I will be taking. So just to repeat, I'll repeat it on this smaller case. For example, if I have to solve this problem for 2 levels, if I solve it for 1 level, I will get an array which will contain nodes with 11 and 12, and then I can just append it after 8. Then the solution will be 7, 8, 11, 12, 9 and 10 for 2 levels. And if I append that solution for 2 levels after 3, then I will just get the solution for 3 levels and so on. So we will try to solve this recursively. So what will be the solution of a level? It will be an array consisting of nodes in that level in the order. So if I am talking about 11 and 12, then the solution will be 11 and 12. But if I am talking about second level, it will be the solution of flattening this second level and so on. We will recursively use that solution to solve the above level. So let's try to code it. So as I remind, so this will not be in place. So now the answer is, so my answer will be, so suppose answer array, actually not list. So answer array will be, let's say we are solving for head. So I will write some function which will be called solve head, and it will return me an array. Some array is there and it will return me that array. Right, suppose I have that array and now I want to build a doubly linked list out of it. So what I will do is, suppose I have these nodes hanging in the air. So what I need to do is I start from the second node, I create a previous node and the next on the previous one. So basically I will just keep creating these pointers. So if you look at this diagram, it starts with 1, 2, 3, 4 till last one. I just need to create these nodes. So that is what I will do. Suppose I have solved this problem and I have that array. So what I do is for so we will handle one case, so that so I'll just solve the case where head itself is null, so that our array should not be empty. Right, so now answer array will not be empty because there will be at least one node. So now we can start with 1 and we will go till length of that answer array, and then we will do increment it with 1, and what we just have to do is answer array I, so the previous will be previous node, answer array, and next will be next for the last one. So this will actually create the list for me. So I'm just creating the previous and next pointers which are shown in this diagram. So so when I'm just breaking down this list into arrays, we don't care about where the pointers are, and then in the end I'll just create those pointers. And what do we have to return here? So the head is actually at the first position, so we will return that head, and from starting from there, the linked list, doubly linked list will start. So how to go about solving this question? So let's see. So first thing we know is we have to iterate over. So suppose my current node which I am looking at is called curr current, and while that current is not null, I will just loop over this piece of code. So this is just general looping over the linked list. So I will loop over this linked list, doubly linked list, which is multi-level, but we need to take care of this thing. So when we are that is the child pointer. So when we are iterating, first thing is we just append the node itself, because even at 3 we are appending 3 first and then we are choosing between 4 and 7. So first thing is we just append the node itself. So what we do is we push that current node to the answer itself. So done. Now what we have to do is basically think about this thing that just give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, so basically okay, so now I have to see if I'm iterating over my list, does it have a child, because before going to the next I want to go to the child. So I check here that if I have a child. So to check the child, I go here, and if I say if current dot child, if current has a child, in your language it can be not equal to null, but if current has a child, then what we do is we get solution for this child. So child's child solution. This child solution will be solving this child itself. Right, so I solve this child and then I push it to the answer. So basically you will iterate over this and append that element, all the elements of this to the answer itself. But in JavaScript we have this syntax so that we can just push it directly. So this should work. And then what I need to do is, so there is one more thing which we have to take care of, which is basically in the answer, if you see, it's a single level structure and no node has a child pointer. So for that what we will do is we will remove the child pointer is equal to null, so that in the final answer that that node does not have a child, because we need a doubly linked list with a single level. If it has a child, then it again becomes a multi-level thing. Alright, so this should work. Let me just run it once and let me just read it once. So let me just run it once. I have added 2 cases. One is like the given test case in the first given test case, and second one is an empty array. So it is giving me empty. So let me see why it is giving me empty. Answer dot push, so it is a function. So push it like this, and let me just think. So even then it should not be empty. So right, so we have it. So there is no difference. So let me just think about it. So I push it here. Okay, cool. So this is working. I'll figure out like what was happening earlier, but so this works. Let's try to submit it. So this is accepted. So I'll just repeat what I did here while iterating over the doubly linked list, multi-level doubly linked list. First of all, I push the current node into the answer array, and if it is a child, then I go to that child and solve that child recursively, as we talked in the diagram above, that if I am at 3, first I push 3 to the answer array, then I try to solve this next child. Basically the child of 3 is this whole structure, then I solve it recursively, and if I get this answer 7 to 10, then what I do is I append that to the answer. And I am also clearing the child pointer so that the final answer which we have is actually does not have any child, and it's a single level of thing, and then I'm just iterating over every node, and then I return that answer array. After that answer array is written, I just reconnect the pointers if there is something which is not in order. Then we can just just connect the pointers, and we will get a doubly linked list. So that is the solution. That is the way. So the thing which which is a little bit tricky here is to see that there is a recursive solution for it. So that now then it becomes easy. If you try to loop and do the pointer manipulation, I'm not sure, but it can get a little tricky. But recursively, it's quite easy to write the code, not very difficult actually, but the main point is that you should be able to see that there is a recursive solution, and where we might face some difficulty if some variation of this question is asked in an interview. So this is one solution. So there are some other things which we can do. For example, this line can come out of this if condition. Right, for example, even if it is null, assigning it to null again does not matter. And how JavaScript actually works. So if you think about if current node's child is null, then while recursively calling it, it will actually not go inside this loop. And if it does not go, answer will be empty array. And when you push empty array, it will actually append nothing. So you can actually get rid of this if condition. And you can just it is a language dependent thing. Maybe in other languages something else happens, so you can take care of that. But also so this variable child solution is only being used once, so instead of using that variable, we can call that function directly inside this thing. And if I submit it again, let me just run it once more, so show def nothing, so it should work in a similar way. Right, so that is the solution which we can write. So there is one more solution which I came up with. This is not about in place solution yet, but I will talk about it maybe a little bit later. So that I will try to write that second solution now, and there is an observation here. So suppose you look at this image and open this image in new tab. Right, so this is the image. So now just think about this image, and suppose somehow we can rotate this image clockwise, right? So I'll try to see if I can rotate it. So suppose okay, so suppose we have rotated it this way. So now if you think about this image, right? So if you look at this node, and suppose this node was in the middle and it had 2, then 2 has 3, and then 3 actually have 2 nodes going out of it. One is 7 and one is 4. So it actually looks like a binary tree. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then there are two children. One is 7 and one is 4. And if you look at 8, then it has two children. One is 11 and one is 9. So there is no node which has more than 2 children. So this can actually be thought of as a binary tree itself. So the previous pointer is basically the pointer to the parent. The next pointer is actually the right child, and the child pointer is actually the left child, right? So if you think about this problem, it is saying that I have a tree and I want to convert this tree into a list kind of structure, and that list basically have this order basically where 1, 2 and 3, and then 7, then 8, 11 and 12, right? So that is the thing where I talked about that other question, right? So flattened binary tree into linked list, it looks similar to this problem which we can relate to right now, that it looks like a tree where we have left and right child and we have to flatten it to a list, right? So so that is one connection between these two questions, and that's why the second question will be a good exercise to do. So now let's see if the order in which we have to output is some known order which we know of. So if you look at 3, so what we are doing is first we are printing 3, then we are actually going to the left child, and then we are going to the right child. So if you know about these orders in tree traversal, so there are 3 orders which we talk about. Like there can be other as well, but 3 major ones are like one is pre-order, then there is in order, and then there is post order traversal of trees. If you don't know about them, you can just read about them. So they are actually very easy to implement if you have to implement it recursively. So basically this question is exactly this question, that if you are given a tree and you have to create a list of pre-order traversal, because 3 comes before 7. So pre-order has current node first, then left, and then right. So the problem is actually you have a tree, construct a list of pre-order traversal. So we will try to solve this question in that way as well, and maybe the code will be a little simpler. Let's see. So now what we are doing is, so this answer array will actually be created by, so I will, so instead of returning something, I'll write a function inside this function itself. So what it does in JavaScript, so that you can do it in other languages as well. So this is, I will just write the general structure. So basically this answer array, instead of coming from this solve function, I will create that answer array using this pre-order traversal of the node, right? So pre-order traversal is actually very simple to write. So it has 4 steps, like it can be reduced to 3 as well, but equal to null. If node is equal to null, then do nothing, because we are not returning right now. So what is the point of writing this function inside this function is that it can actually directly populate this array. So in your language, otherwise you will have to pass it by reference to actually add your nodes to this array. So I'm just writing it inside so that I don't have to pass it or make it a global variable. So now using this pre-order traversal, I will try to populate this array. So just to reiterate what we talked about is, when I do pre-order traversal, so what we are doing, what I was doing in my previous solution was, I was creating this answer array in the order which we want the solution in. So now we have figured out that it is actually the pre-order of the tree itself. So I just do pre-order traversal and I just keep adding the nodes to the answer array and done, right? So the pre-order traversal generally looks like this. So you process your array, so you process your node. The process function can be anything. You might just be printing it, you might be doing something else with it, and you process the node, then you go for left node, left, and then you go for right. So this is the pre-order traversal. You can read traversal in tree. So now this is what we do in a normal pre-order. So now we actually saw that here the left pointer is actually the child pointer and the right pointer is actually the next pointer, right? So okay, one second, I'll just close this tab now. So this question will actually convert to something similar and you can try to do it in place, right? So now the right pointer is actually the next pointer. So what we do is we replace left with child and right with next. So this is it. So after we are done with the node, so you can actually do, so we have to do some processing with the node. First thing is, what we have to do with the node is, I will just push that node to the answer array, right? Because we know that in the order in which this pre-order will traverse the tree is exactly the order in which I want my answer array. So I can just push that node. Second thing is, I have to actually clear that node's child. So I have to actually do this. It's equal to null. Alright, so but if I do this, then in this line it will be null. So what I can do is, either I can store this node.child in a variable and then call it, or other thing which I can do is, while my recursion is returning, then I can clear it. So you can clear it here as well, but just so that people don't get confused, I will create a variable here, child is equal to node.child, and then I call this function with a child only, right? Now I can clear it. So in the processing part, we were doing two things, which is, one was pushing it to answer array, and then second one was clear the child pointer as well. So now as I traverse through that structure, this structure, I will be just keep adding these nodes in the answer array, and I'll be clearing the child pointers as well in this line. So I think this should work. Let me just run it once. Let me just read it once more so that I see if we can find any problem. So if we are pushing a node, then we are clearing it, we are calling it on head. We are not calling it yet, so we have to call it. So pre-order on head, we will call it on head. So after that, so I will just return this array. So I can just write this function below so that it does not it is not in between the logic. So if you want to actually write this function outside, you have to pass this answer array as a reference, because we are actually manipulating that answer array. So in many languages it is by default by reference, but I just have a habit of writing these kind of functions, so I'm writing it this way. So let's just run it once and let's see if it is given correct answer. So difference is not there, so I can just submit it. So it is accepted. So this code is actually quite easy to write if you are comfortable with pre-order. So the first solution which I thought of was like you look at the problem and you think up the solution, but once you are able to relate it with this pre-order thing, then this code is actually a little bit more cleaner. So now about that point where I was talking about how to solve this in place. So how to solve this in place is a little tricky. So what we do here is instead of, so basically to do it in place, I need to remove this constant array, right? So what we do here is basically, let me think about it. Yeah, so instead of having an array itself, right? So what you can do is so instead of having a complete array to store every integer, every node, what you can do is you can have a dummy pointer which will point to what will be my next element, right? So what we can do is while we are doing pre-order traversal, while doing the pre-order traversal itself, you have a pointer which will move. So instead of adding it to answer array, right? This answer array dot push node, you will have some dummy pointer. So it will look something like this, dummy pointer or something. So this dummy pointer will keep updating once this line is encountered. So what you have to do is as and when you keep getting new nodes by pre-order traversal, you just keep appending it to this dummy pointer, and in the end this dummy pointer will construct your answer list instead of storing it in an array. So that will be a good practice to do. There might be other ways to do it as well. So one other thing you can do one other thing you can do is basically return in the first solution which we wrote, right? So I'll have to undo a lot of things, but in the first solution where I actually returned the array itself, instead of I return the array. So in each level you can also return a linked list. So while the recursion unfolds, you actually have to merge those lists to make a single level. So those kind of things you can practice to do it in place. But hope this was helpful and you were able to learn something new. So thanks for watching. Bye.